Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever this podcast may find you. Happy weekend, everybody. It is upon us already. Happy Friday. I am your host, Gavin.
And I am your co-host, Justin.
All right. So I just had a Turo experience this past weekend, and it was fucking fantastic. If you haven't heard any of the previous episodes of the podcast, I drove a 2014 981 Cayman S that had the Sport Chrono package on it, and I drove it on the Northern Grand Tour with the Park City Car Club. I covered about 350 miles in a couple days. There was freeway driving, but it was a lot of twisty road and a lot of engaging driving, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic experience. Could not recommend hard enough. And yeah, shout out to Brian, the host on Turo. The car is local. It's actually in Taylorsville. And I'll actually provide a Turo link to that in the Shout engine for the links, so you could check that out. And I'll probably even post about it on our social media. But with that said, that kind of inspired this Friday's podcast and our challenge for the week. And I did a round up to 150 a day, 150 miles a day, $150 a day for a Turo rental. That to make things interesting and to have a more diverse collection of cars. Justin and I chose the LA area instead of just the Salt Lake area because it's fucking dog shit here. I seem to be the only guy that finds like the reasonable values on Turo here in Utah. It's not very great. However, I chose a couple cars, and
so did I.
Justin did as well. So for the LA area, we have two different categories. One is kind of just as a fun sports car, and another to be kind of a baller mobile and to look wealthier than you actually are. I'm curious to see where you're at, Justin.
Okay.
If you want to lead us off.
Which one do you want to lead off with first?
You choose.
I'll lead off with Baller Mobile first.
Okay.
So there was two of them that were kind of in this category that I had, and I kind of chose this one. The other one I'm going to kind of leave as a random honorable mention that was just more interesting that I found it than anything.
Yeah, mention that one after both you and I have completed both of our categories.
Exactly. Yep. So for $95 a day, a 2007 Bentley Continental Flying Spur.
What? That's how much a day?
$95 a day.
How many miles a day? There's a lot of balances or checks and balances on Turo to find the ultimate car for a certain journey. I'm genuinely curious of how many miles it is per day.
And it won't let me click it because technically this is a 30 and up car.
So?
It won't let me. Well, because
you don't have to go to checkout to see how many miles a day you can do.
He doesn't have it listed.
Let me see. It might not be available those days.
It probably is not.
That's a hell of a call, though. Hold on, I'm gonna change your thing here.
But here's the weird thing. No. The availability I had set to October 1st through 8th.
I know. I just wanted to change it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's straight. That's interesting. It straight up won't let you look. I'm curious to see how many miles a day.
You should take that when we go to California,
dude. Like that's. Did you see the plate on it?
Yeah, I did.
Flying Spur. That's great.
Oh man,
that would be so boss to just be cruising through the 33.
I love this. He labeled
he
labeled the miles per gallon 14 miles per gallon,
and then paying $4.50 a gallon.
Yeah,
that's a yikes.
That's a big yikes.
That is a car I would love to just cruise the PCH, drive through Santa Monica. Just drive slow, look rich.
Yeah, and so you do have to purchase, like with cars like this, you always have to purchase their insurance.
Yeah.
And you are charged a $750 deposit, which is fully refundable when you're done.
There are some F-types I've seen for a $1,500 deposit.
Jeez.
What?
Like,
excuse me?
Yeah, that's insane.
Bro, come on.
Now, I would love to try to find how many miles are actually on there, but it just doesn't say it.
You should get your dad a Turo account and be like, hey, Dad.
Can you rent this car for me, Dad?
You don't even have to rent it. Just, I want to see. I'm curious.
Yeah, because that's a pretty badass little baller mobile.
Yeah. So that's your contender for a baller mobile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lead off with my baller mobile.
Go.
How much was yours?
95.
Okay, I went a little higher.
Okay.
This is a brand new car.
Oh.
2019.
Okay.
BMW.
Okay.
7 Series. Also in white. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, brand new car. It's the 740, so it's not the big boy, but you know who gives a shit? It's a fucking brand new 7 Series.
Ooh, with the red interior.
How baller is that for $135 a day, 150 miles a day?
Nice.
That would be exquisite. And let me just read off, I guess, if there's any other. Yeah, let me read you the description. Breathtakingly beautiful 2019 BMW 740i, the new BMW 7 Series is a demonstration of sporty freedom and elegance. The combination of dynamic design, powerful engines, and exclusive equipment in the redesigned interior opens new horizons of boundless driving pleasure.
Sounds like this guy's a car salesman.
Yeah, or he just copied the fucking press release.
Yeah, pretty much.
The sportiest of its class leaves no doubt as to how attractive independence can be. Oh my god, I didn't even actually read the description before jumping into this. This is off the cuff here. The delightful 7 Series showcase BMW's trademark performance in a pleasing package. This fine-crafted luxury car offers an excellent overall value and is now available for pickup or delivery. The entry-level model of the 2019 BMW 740i with rear-wheel drive now has blind spot monitoring and lane departure warning among its inventory of standard equipment. But yeah, $135 a day for a fucking brand new 7 Series? Shit.
Not fucking bad.
Yeah, I think I chose well here.
Yes, you did.
But, you know, I'm biased. Their photos actually for this are actually really good photos too. Like this person paid a photographer to do this. It's got the dual sunroof too.
Oh, gotcha.
Is it? No, it's just a fucking panoramic sunroof. Look at that.
Nice.
Just goes all the way to the back seats, and you have a cover for the back window. But yeah, well done, sir, on your car. Hike. His name is Hayk.
I've noticed most of the people in the LA area are interesting names.
Yeah, of interesting origins.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what your sporty car is.
Yet again, there was actually several. There's more sporty cars that I found than baller cars.
Okay.
Or at least more that I selected as potentials.
We just jumped on this a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
This is just within a few minutes of searching and digging.
So I really kind of had a hard time choosing between them because there was 3 really good options.
Okay.
But more knowing me and more wanting to have a little bit more fun, there was it's loading, 2018 Shelby GT350.
Is it the orange one or the yellow one?
The orange one.
Yep. Okay.
For $141 a day.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
So,
I was thinking about that car actually went for our trip out there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that would, I mean, to me, it's like, once we're done, once you show your sporty car, I'll tell you like the other honorable mentions because they both would have been really fucking good.
And you said that's an R, right?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think the one I saw was an R. I mean, that's a fucking car, man. That is a serious car.
Well, what's funny is I pulled up an exhaust clip of these the other day because
they're amazing.
I was showing other Gavin, like he didn't even know that these things were a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They fly under the radar for a lot of people. They don't really know about it.
No, and so I showed him. I'm like, dude, it's a flat plane crank, 5.2 liter V8, 435 horsepower.
No,
sorry, it's four.
no, it's 520.
520. That's what it was. 435
like-
is the standard one.
Yeah, and it's like 420 foot-pounds.
Yeah, and revs to 8,200 RPM.
8250.
Just like insane noise. I'll actually show you that clip afterwards because there's a guy just full sending around the Nürburgring video clip with one.
You're gonna give me flashbacks.
I
You're gonna
am.
give me neck pains.
I am. So, anyways, but I found that and I just knew that like that's what it needed to be. I just have this crazy vision of just going through the canyons, even though it's not a canyon carving car, but just like
it is though. It's got a bigger footprint, but it so is. It
would just make the occasion that much more special.
You need to drive one.
I do.
You really do.
I know.
I'd be curious to see what you think about the seating position and the seats in there, because I know you're really particular about that, and they are kind of different. Because
Gotcha.
they're big old Recaros, like Recaro race seats.
Yeah.
But they're like big and chunky, and the seating position you're a little higher, but you also still have this really long hood.
Yes.
In front of you. It can make the driving a little interesting.
Okay.
Because it's still like Mustangs are not small cars,
No, they're not.
and that's the thing I've really come to love about smaller cars is just the smaller footprint. It's one of the reasons why I love small mid-engine cars, especially
Yeah.
for grand touring, because I still have a shit ton of leg room and I can just like recline, just be almost horizontal, but like pivoted, and just be super comfortable, and not have, a huge long front end in front of me. I can still feel like I'm in a sports car.
See, what's weird is I love that. I love long hoods.
Yeah, so you might even love the GT350 more than I do.
Well, I know it's the same exact generation as the blue Roush Mustang.
Yeah,
we drove.
the S550 generation.
Same basic outside.
Yeah.
Just
The seats are different though.
the seats are going to be different. Yeah,
And seats can,
vastly change a car.
they will transform an experience in a car. They can make or break.
Yes,
for
very
sure.
much so.
I've driven the same car back to back. A couple of E36 325 ISs.
Uh-huh.
One of them had a broken power seat, and the other one had fucking Bride race seats in it.
and it made a big difference.
Oh yeah, no, the Bride seats all day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bride seats all day long.
So what was your sporty car?
Well, I'm glad that you didn't take it.
I have a feeling I know what it is because I might have encountered the same one.
Should we do a sniper shot here? Do you want to try to figure it out?
Yep, just a second. Let me pull up the one I think it is, and
I gave you a slight hint.
Did
It
you?
wasn't really a hint. But when I was talking about like it would offer us a new car if we were to go for it.
Okay, so maybe I actually don't know then.
Oh, what did you think it was? Was it a Porsche?
Yes, this was one of my honorable mentions.
Oh.
17911.
It's just weird seeing a 911 that new that's that cheap, because normally they're like $250.
I think it's just because this is very...
And you also ordered it in a bulk.
Yes.
When you do rent for a week, the rates go down.
Yes.
And we did ours for the October 1st to the 8th.
Yep.
So these aren't exactly 100% reflective. No, I did not choose that.
Okay, well...
Interestingly enough, I chose another BMW.
Wow.
This one's interesting. It's got a camo wrap on it. But it's a 2019
Okay.
BMW Z4. The new one that the A90 Supra is based on. Yeah, granted, this is rented for a whole week. So the rates are down. But for $102 a day. Damn. Look at that.
That would be a damn good car.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so yeah, excellent luxury car for dating and for traveling. Okay. Yeah, this is a 2019 M Sport full package presented in California. Few quantity and will underline your style by driving this car. It has all new features of BMW auto control and driving, new dashboard and monitor, new style of interior M Sport. Okay, English is not a strong suit for this person. I get that.
What's their name?
It's got a Karen.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually Karen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued, but this is it's the brand new Z4. It says S-Drive 30i M Sport, so I presume it's the 3-liter turbo.
Yeah.
But you heard it here first, people. We might be driving this. I just need to pinch some pennies and plan out enough, and I will. I would love to drive this in Cali.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if you have any 150 miles, $150 a day, if any of those are under, try to keep the miles high though, because then you can really get into a car and get a feel for it. It took me 350 miles to really get in and like think about the Cayman when I drove it. Sure, you can get a one take, from a car for driving it for 20 minutes. But when you road trip a car and do a couple canyons and kind of live with it, throw luggage in there, gas up, hang out with people, show the features of the car, get other impressions, then you really start to get an understanding for what the car really presents.
Yeah. So I did have a few honorable mentions.
Go. Yeah, shoot.
Okay, so again, keep in mind rates are down because weak. $149 a day, 2017 GTR.
That's actually pretty low.
Yeah,
because I normally see those are above 300.
Yep,
which is stupid.
It is.
I've rented more expensive cars for far less than any GTR I've ever seen.
Yeah,
on Turo.
It's also orange.
Huh. Okay.
I've never seen an orange GTR before.
I don't think I've seen them in the flesh, but when they came out with this most recent revamp of the R35, that's a new color.
Yeah. So
that came out in 2018? 2018 is when it first came out.
Well, that's at 17 and has that color.
Okay, so maybe that was the
must
first
have been 17, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the other... I didn't choose this as a baller car for a specific reason because I don't think it really fit that category very well. But it was a very interesting choice that was almost tempting enough I could go for the $149 price.
We could call it an oddball or a left field shot.
The new Karma.
Oh, yeah, which is basically the old Karma.
It is. Yeah, I mean, it would be...
the old Karma, but with the new ad campaign.
Exactly, with the new name.
Yeah.
It would be... They've intrigued me enough, I would like to just take one for a spin once. Just to...
I'd like to put 100 miles on it.
Yeah.
To see where... I'd like to drive it for the duration of one charge.
Yeah.
And then I'm done.
Well, they're not straight electric.
No, they're hybrids.
Yeah.
They're plug-in hybrids.
Yeah. But it would definitely be interesting enough to try once.
Drain the battery and empty the tank.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I need.
Yeah, because they're just... I can never decide whether I like the look or I don't.
Have you seen them in person?
I have seen one in person because there was one here in Utah that was for sale at a dealership up north.
Well, the Karma dealership or Fisker dealership was up north, was in Centerville. Mm-hmm. They're like in conjunction with Land Rover, I think, or some weird shit.
Yep.
But there was one that I saw driving around Park City a number of times. It's a big car.
It is a huge
They're
car.
Massive. They're bigger than your Stinger.
They are. Oh, yeah.
And it's a 2-door.
No, they're not.
I'm sorry. It is a kind of like how half of the Veloster, but it's on both sides.
Yes.
It's a short rear door.
Yeah, but it's definitely interesting.
It's a grand coupe.
Yes, it's a very, very grand coupe. But that was one. There was, which I believe you've seen as well, the Civic Type R for $90 a day.
Oh, yeah. What color?
White.
Let me see. I think I've seen that ad before. Is it like really blue skies? Yep, that one.
Figured you'd seen that.
I've had that in my favorites, actually.
This was the true runner-up for the baller car, a 2018 7 Series for $131.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this one's a
Is it black on black?
This one's a 750, I believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's why it's a little more than yours was.
Yeah, because mine was 135.
Yeah. But that would be pretty badass.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. And this person's name is Tong.
Tong?
Tong, like tongs.
Yeah, sure. What's singular?
Tong.
Okay.
That's a funny name. I'm gonna name my kid that. Tong.
You think they're Tongan?
I don't.
Or are they Asian?
Looks Asian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
No.
Just curious. Well, cool. Where are we at for time? We kind of blasted through that.
About 20.
Oh, that's actually not terrible.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I might have found my car though for MULA. I think that Z4 is fucking.
That would be awesome.
Also, I would I would so stand out in our group with
Yes.
the camo covered Z4. And for those that are listening, it's like a street camo, but it's black, white, and gray. Like I need to show up in like my fucking Yeezys.
Yes, you do.
And like a Supreme hoodie while wearing not even a Rolex, just like some like fake like big shiny watch and an iPhone.
A wall clock on your wrist.
Basically Flavor Flav's clock but on my wrist.
Yep.
And the new iPhone 11.
Pretty much. All the poser items.
Oh my god, yes. And like the super hip like designer like ripped jeans. The kind that Dave Coulter has.
Oh, jeez.
Shout out to Daily Driven Dave.
Oh, man. That.
Just all the hype beast. All of the hype beast shit.
What a stark contrast that would be if you showed up in that and I parked next to you with my Tacoma. Like.
With your like fucking chemical stained shirts and like fucking ripped sneakers and
Yep, pretty much.
In your desert sand taco. That's a picture that needs to happen.
It would be kind of funny.
That needs to happen. Oh, I'll bring the U-boat for that actually, because that's a 45 millimeter. It's a honking
That's
launch.
nice, a big fat watch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, thank you all for listening. If you think we chose the wrong car, looking at you, Brandon Kuhn. If you think we did it wrong, mailbag.eos@gmail.com.
Shout at us.
Yeah, yell at us. And we will read. Actually, hold on. Since we are kind of rounding this one up early, I'm gonna read off what Brandon Kuhn had to say in our email. Did you see the email?
No, but you told me about it.
I don't know if you check our inbox that much. So from Brandon Kuhn, all of you are wrong. The correct answer. So this is for a Track Daily Crush. We have the FD-RX-7, the R34 GTR, and the Mark IV Supra.
Okay.
We all came to the consensus that we would track the GTR, we would crush the FD, and daily the Supra.
Yes.
Brandon said we got it wrong. He
Naturally.
said track the FD. That's the ideal environment to use the high revving wangle, depending on how much you like your apex seals and how much you want to dump into an engine rebuild.
Yep.
Those are my words, not his.
Same.
Daily the Supra. I do agree with that. Daily the Supra, it's a Grand Tour heritage. Make it comfortable, and the Target and the 2JZ make it fun. And then he said, crush the R34. Sorry, even with all-wheel drive, it really doesn't outshine the competition.
One man's opinion, everybody.
Everyone is entitled to their wrong opinion, so that's cool.
And keep in mind that the people who shout the loudest also have the lowest IQ in the room. Love you, Brandon. I'm going to get a shout out for that, and I'm going to love it.
Mm-hmm. But thank you for listening, and thank you for writing in, and thank all of you for listening. This has been the Exhibition of Speed podcast. If you think we've done something wrong, hit us with an email, slide in our DMs, text us, fax us, send a carrier pigeon, what have you.
Send it with coconuts.
Yes. So then
Got to use swallows for that, remember.
African or European?
Undecided.
Until next time, I've been Gavin.
I've been Justin.
And this has been the Exhibition of Speed podcast.
Bye.